Well, hello there YouTube, this is Racing Team Noob, and today I am making another video. I am again participating in the daily races in Gran Turismo 7. Today I will be taking part in the daily race C. They brought back Circuit de Catalunya, GP Leo, right now Chicane, thank god, nice weather, no rain, medium tires only. It is Group 4 cars though, which is not my favorite. So I decided to go with the McLaren 650S, not very fast, but easier to handle. In this race here, I'm starting on position 12. Let's see how it goes. And down we go here at Catalunya. Another very exciting race taking place. A very technical circuit, composed of 14 exhilarating turns and a couple of very fast straights. Approaching turn 1, often the place where chaos lives. Now I put my car into the inside line here, but trying to avoid contact, I remain in position 12. And as we go through turns 3 here, we see the little contact from the back. I don't mind it, a little push doesn't hurt. Nathan here in very close proximity moved his car into the inside, but I'm trying to keep my position. And as I go through turn 4, taking a very wide turn, and subsequently not a very good exit, he takes my position. A little bit of contact here, a little tight, and take P12 momentarily. Now going through this section side by side, there's two of us. I am trying to protect my position, so I'm trying to make my car as wide as possible through these couple turns. Successfully keep P12 at the moment. Received some contact from behind. Looking ahead, see if anyone is serving a penalty through this section. Looks like there's no position changes at this point. Now coming fast here to turn 10. This is a high braking area. I give myself a little room, going a bit wide, but continuing the battle with the Brazilian. Now as we go here through these couple turns, it gets a bit chaotic, a little bit of contact here and there. But fortunately, at the end, I climbed 2 positions to P10. Following Vasconcelos here through these turns, heavy pressure from Nathan behind, being quite aggressive. And as we go through turn 14, a little bit of contact from Nathan on the side there slows me down just enough, and start the main straight with reduced speed. And because of that, I lose those 2 positions. Now finding myself defending P12. I'm really hoping to gain by slipstream, but as we go through the first couple turns, no incidents to report, and lap 2, I am still where I started. So now it's just a matter of keeping up with the group up in front. Now I have been increasing my driver rating, and because of that, I think I am now being pitted against faster drivers. It is still Class C, so nothing incredibly fast, but very difficult based on my skill level. This turn, man, turn 5, I think, I just can't figure it out. I feel like I'm losing a lot of time here. This is really where I've been losing the most time. Now Dom here on my rear left, having a bit of contact, could end very badly, so I just back off, and as a result of that, I lose my position, and now holding P13. Now we go here through this section, coming through the penalty line, hoping some people may be forced to slow down, but nothing happens. And as we approach here, turn 10, Dom and Wheel Dog battling, I am forced to slow down drastically to avoid contact. He did slow me down quite a bit. There's not going to be positions getting here. And as these two continue to fight, Wheel Dog on the dirt there. Now I go too wide here, and Kamzilla just comes out the back, pushes me. You can really feel it on the motion scene. It's really fun when you get contact from the back, and the motion, it's somewhat convincing. Now at the exit here, last turn, Kamzilla is the one applying massive pressure, and as we head down the main straight, I am now in danger of losing P13. And thanks to the slipstream and my poor exit, Kamzilla pulls the move and overtakes me no problem. I just can't figure out. I am driving as fast as I possibly can. At least it feels that way to me. But I am still losing to the group in front. It doesn't matter. We're here to have fun. And while being all the way back, isn't exactly fun, you know, at least I get to race. Now I think that learning the tracks is imperative. So put in the time racing in them, you know, it should pay out in the near future, even if you're not winning. Now I'm doing my best to keep up with Camzilla here, and going through my least favorite turn isn't going to help my case. But I'm keeping close with P13. And here we actually see a driver losing himself to the gravel. This track to me looks a little bit like a seahorse. I don't know if you can see it. So if that's the case, this turn will be the stomach, right? Then turn 10 will be the neck. I don't know. Anyhow, I'm here gaining on Camzilla a little bit, but is it gonna be enough? Yeah, it's not quite enough. Now let's take a look at this incident. This guy, Dom, shamelessly goes hard into the back of Vasconcelos, killing him completely. Now, I've had a moment with Dom previously. Apparently, he likes to ram people. It is a position gain for me though. Now let's take a look at this incident since Smoker goes straight into the gravel and does a complete 360 spin. He ends up facing the right way though, so no gains for me through this incident. Now heading down the main straight, about to begin lap 4. Come on, go faster! Apparently I'm trying to push my car through the simulator, holding P13, catching up with Camzilla. Not able to do anything at this point though. Now, check this out. Nathan punting Jex out of the track. What a shame. But thanks to this, I gain another position, now sitting in P12. Now at this point, I am just trying to keep up with the drivers up in front. But this exit, not so good, and the cars in front pulling away. As we get ready for turn 7, brake late, take it wide, lose enough time that Vasconcelos catches up, and he's actually able to pull the move, take my position. A little bit of contact here on the exit. And as we go through this straight here, I wonder if the slipstream is active on this race. It feels like it isn't, but maybe it is. Maybe it's just my bad exits. Going here through turn 10, trying to keep up with the cars up in front, making sure they're in sight, making sure they're not too far out. Now here at last turn of the lap, Vasconcelos pulls into the pit stop. I think I probably should have done the same thing. But however, as we head down the main straight, about to begin lap 5, we gain 2 temporary positions. Now I am driving behind Camzilla. I think this camera angle is really cool. It's kind of long, but it's very cool. It's a very cool shot, I think. At this point in the race, there's not much going on. Everyone is driving fine. There's no incidents to report. No position changes, so I just pull into the pit stop. No! Oh, fuck. Is that bad? Well, yeah, I think that's pretty bad. Now, I switch my tires. Obviously, you don't need to refuel. And I exit the pit stop on P14, so I lost 1 position, plus the 2 positions that I gained on the previous lap. So, holding now P14. Now, we're gonna go ahead and skip ahead here. And as we come to the end of lap 6, beginning of lap 7, I do gain a position, which leaves me in P13. Again, behind Vasconcelos. Hopefully this time we can take our position back from Vasconcelos. Oh, that's gonna be a damn penalty. Ah, darn it. Yeah, so I thought I was gonna get a penalty, but apparently I did not, so I think everything is just fine so far. And there was nothing going on through the remaining of the lap, so I skipped ahead a lap through the same turn, trying to keep the flow of the video. If that makes any sense at all. We are now in lap 9, heading towards turn 5, my least favorite turn. Now P12 is too far ahead, probably not even gaining to them at all. Now there were no positions changing through this lap, so I skip ahead a lap through this set of turns. But as we head towards turn 9 on lap 10, I am going to mess up the exit. Gonna go too wide, abusing the track limits. And yes, obtaining a fabulous half a second penalty. You know why? Because that's just what we need now. Fortunately, in this sector, sector 3, going through these turns, I feel like I'm driving a little bit faster since I can see that I'm catching up to the drivers up in front. Now, as we take this last turn, about to begin the last lap of the race, everyone has presumably done their pit stops, and the slipstream is working this time. I am definitely getting within range of Vasconcelos. Maybe we can make a move through turn 1 and 2, get into the corner. Not able to make a move here, perhaps through turn 3. Let's see here. He's going a bit wide, and I'm able to take the inside and overtake that position. I feel like he was slowing down a little bit. I noticed that even Jex overtakes him through this same turn. Now it's just a matter of keeping a safe distance between me and P13. So it is quite crucial that I take this next couple rough turns at least somewhat decently, so I don't have to surrender this position when I come to the penalty line and I have to serve my half a second penalty, which is not a big penalty, but it could still be damaging if Jex would be close enough. Now coming into the penalty line, so let's see what is going to happen. I think I am in a safe distance, serve my penalty and keep my position. Now heading towards turn 10. Is anything gonna happen here? I think I'm able to defend my position properly, but Jex is quite close to me, so I'm in danger of losing my position, which is not a very good position to begin with, but I definitely don't want to end P13 if I don't have to. At this point, it's just a matter of taking 13 and 14 properly, or at least not too bad, and I should be able to keep this position with no problem, and it looks like it's going to be P12. And it is a very exciting P12. I could not be more happy. This was a race full of excitement, full of interesting stuff happening, and no, it wasn't. And well, if we notice here, we did have some drivers, B drivers, so this probably contributed to the fact that this was a very complicated race. Now this next race, starting on P10, a little better than last race. And here we go! Excitement cruising through our veins! Another very exciting opportunity to bring home a decent result. An opportunity to prove myself. An opportunity to embarrass myself even more than last time. Anyway, let's see how this race is going to unfold. Here going through the first turn, in the back of the Brazilian, trying to go into the outside, hopefully trying to make a move here, but it's not quite possible. Almost had a little bit of contact with him. He's able to defend his position, at least for the time being. As we approach turn 5, I'm able to pull the car in the inside line, and I'm able to take his position. Now I know he's not too happy. He's right there on my right, and as we approach his turn, he tries to close in. We run out of room, and he runs out of track. Now, I don't know whose fault that was. I know he was coming in pretty close on the right, but I know for a fact I did not do that on purpose. Now here we're holding P9, going through turn 10, but now we set our course here on P8, hoping that I'm able to make a move in the next few coming turns. I feel like I'm gaining on Wheel Dog. Now the last two corners are going to be quite crucial. We can't let Wheel Dog get away. Now here, beginning the main straight, about to start lap 2, definitely trying to gain on P8 through the slipstream, but I don't think it's going to be quite enough. Now as we're approaching turn 1, sometimes people have incidents to this section. Wheel Dog on the dirt, having a bit of a moment with Daniel, and both slow down enough for me to pull through. Now let's fast forward through the remaining of the lap as nothing occurred, no position changes to report. On to this point here, I guess the slipstream benefited Wheel Dog quite a bit, taking P8 for the time being, leaving me on P9. Now let's keep a whole lap here till lap 4 to this exact turn. We see Daniel was able to take P8, but I am keeping very close company, reminding him of my presence, keeping the pressure on. But it is at the beginning of turn 4. He slows down way too much, forces me to brake more than I need to. I could have gone on the inside line there and take that position. Same here, try to go on the inside, but it's not quite enough. He was able to have a better exit than me, and he actually is pulling away ever so slightly. Man, that turn 5, it is the pain of my existence. Now here through 7 and 8, the Italian Moretti with the half a second penalty. Let's fast forward slightly, and he serves his penalty, but it's just half a second. It's not quite enough for anything to happen. On the brakes, just around the 100-meter mark. Ooh, Daniel going a bit too wide. Oh, not close enough to overtake him this time. Man, that was my chance. Still, I am as close to him as possible. Definitely aiming for that position. Approaching turns 13 and 14. This could be my chance. Trying here, but look at that. His exit is quite good. Man, either that's a really fast car or I had a very poor exit. Or it's possible there is both. It's actually both. Now let's skip to turn 10, where Moretti goes a bit too wide, surrender his position to Daniel, and I am unable to benefit from that mistake. So now I'm stuck behind him. Also, turns out Moretti is not Italian. He's Mexican. I'm editing in a little laptop, so I can barely see the flags. Now the end of lap 5, coming into the pit stop, trying to see if I can undercut this guys, since I feel like I'm stuck behind him. Coming out of the pit lane with fresh set of tires, exited in P12, back 3 positions. And as we continue the race, lap 6 had no events to report on, so skipped ahead to the end of the lap. Now as we drive past the pit zone, we recoup 1 position here. And as we continue through the main straight, we are barely able to overtake Morelli, the Mexican with the Italian name. Now this puts me in 10th place, with presumably some more positions to recuperate due to pitting. Now it's just a matter of defending this position. Despite the massive pressure being applied by P11, he is literally on my heels. Now surprisingly, maybe because of the pressure, or maybe just because I suck, I brake too late on T5 and lose a ton of time trying not to go onto the gravel. This lets Morelli get back into P10. And now I am the one behind him, trying to apply as much pressure as possible. Now here, coming to the stomach, I feel like I'm taking T9 a bit better than him. I am starting to gain on him, attempting to take advantage of the slipstream. Here, stop braking on the 100 board, but Morelli, I think, slows down a bit much. I go into his back. Fortunately, nothing major occurred. I wait for him to recover and continue with the fight. As we go here through the beginning of lap 8, it is another position gain due to driver speeding this late in the race. Now the slipstream is bringing me very close to Moretti, so much that I thought about pulling inside here, but I backed out at the end. But as we take turn 3, the fellow Mexican pulling away ever so slightly. So we are gonna have to settle with P10 at the moment, hoping that when we come through the pit zone again, we might be able to gain another position. As you'll recall, I went into the pit lane on P9. So if we do the math, I need 1 more position gain. But I know that's not how it works. Anyhow, driving here behind Moretti, still trying to take his position. At this point, the best we can hope for, it's a P9. And as we go through these turns, I feel like I'm getting quite close to him. We notice the driver up in front has a half a second penalty, so it's not going to make a difference. Now here on this straight, I'm trying to see if I can make a move, but Moretti is defending pretty good. He defends the inside line, so I'm forced to take the outside line. Now I do take it a little wide, but I'm still keeping up with him. And as we go through these couple turns, he gets to keep his position, at least for the time being. Last turn of the lap. About to begin the main straight, hoping to gain on the slipstream, but he's just going fast enough that I'm not able to gain in a substantial manner. Now this moment, I'm really just trying to keep up with the guys in front. As you can see, I'm not able to pull in any closer, do any moves, do anything at all. All I'm trying to do is really not have any accidents and just stay as close as a driver as I can. As we approach turn 10, I am really losing my pace right here. As we can see, I open a huge gap in between me and the driver up in front. From this point, it was really just nothing but a disappointment. I just kept losing against the drivers up in front. Luckily, there was no one anywhere near behind me. Therefore, I think I am completely expecting to end the race on the 10th position, P10, and I believe that is what is going to happen as we approach here the last couple turns of the lap. I was hoping somebody would have an accident or something through here, but miracles don't happen. And we approached the checkered flag on the famous P10, the super mega famous P10. Now with these results, I wouldn't be surprised if my family wants to change their name, change their address, just completely forget about my existence. The whole neighborhood is ashamed that I live here. But this is not the time to give up. This is the time to get up and try harder. Now let's have one more race, one more opportunity to show the world, one more opportunity to show my neighbors, show my family, show my friends what I am made of. Let's have the most epic, the most exciting race of the century, of the entire human existence, the entire human race, the race of the humans. Get started on this race, which I think is going to be the most amazing race that anyone has ever seen. We are starting on P6. Hopefully we're going to get a lot of positions through the race. We are going to attack as hard as we can. We're going to battle the hardest we can. We're going to go the most aggressive we can. And as we go here through the very first turn, we are already overtaken by a Brazilian guy with the Lamborghini. Now things are going to get a little bit heated here. You can see there's a couple of Brazilians here which are battling, which is good for us. We're trying to get into the inside. We're going to push him out of the way. Get out of the way, my friend. And that is happening. Now I am in P9. So this is officially 3 positions down to P10. Well, this is my most amazing, my most epic race. Starting on P6. And by turn 5, I'm already on P10. Just turn the music off. Turn the music off. Already going into the gravel. Putting me back in P16, all the way to the back. All the way to the back. Now the only thing that could save us now would be a complete miracle. Oh, what do we see here? It's a miracle. A couple cars going on the grass, and it's going to be a couple positions gained. Not quite. Well, 1 position gain. I mean, it's really not too bad, is it? Maybe it's a little bit bad. That would have been... It should have been 2 positions. Well, as we approach here, turn 10, might be able to take another position. Not quite. Staying back. A little bit of contact there, possibly. Now fighting forward P14. That's 9 positions lost. Started on P6 and somehow lost more positions that I started with. But as we see our friend Jimmy here going to the gravel as well, we gain another position. Enjoying P14 for the moment. And we are now ready to cross the line to lap number 2. Beginning lap number 2, 8 positions down. Nothing to be proud of. It could have been 10, but it's only 8, so it's not too bad. Now I see a yellow flag here, and we gain another position, up in P13. Now I didn't necessarily see what happened, and when I was recording the replay, I didn't see that either, so I do apologize for that. Usually, whenever I spot a yellow flag, I do go back and try to find out what happened and include that into the video. But this time around, I forgot and I already deleted everything, so I do apologize for that. Coming here through turn 10, still holding P13, and it doesn't look like I'm gaining on the group in front, so it's gonna be a P13 for a good while, I believe. Just enjoying the music from the time being. Really representing how I feel right now. Sad, destroyed inside. Possibly my soul's crying. But it looks like I am gaining just ever so slightly, just a tiny bit, but just a tiny bit gives me a little bit of hope, and a little bit of hope, it's all we can hope for. Wait, did I just try to rhyme hope with hope? Wow, that's a shame. Anyhow, getting very close here to taking position 12. Is it gonna happen? I don't think so. I think I pulled in a little bit too early. I should have stayed behind the sleep frame a little bit longer, so I could have taken advantage of that the advantage. Yeah. Now I am staying with P12, applying some pressure. Hopefully I can force them to make a mistake or something like that. Or at the very least, I can possibly help him get closer to the group up in front. And the way we are closer, the way if there's an incident or something, we can take advantage. I can see some smoke. There must have been some contact. And now I am in very close proximity to taking P12. I had to take the white line, and it's not possible for me to take the position at this point. Now, turn 5, I had to go into the inside, a little bit of contact there, but nothing happens. We're staying as we started. Now I can see some smoke up in front. There must have been some contact. Yes, there's a car off to the gravel, to the barrier, and I am now sitting on P12 and quite close to P11, so hopefully I can take this guy sometime soon. Coming here through the stomach. As we established earlier, this track looks like a seahorse. And we are now approaching turn 10. This is the place where we can possibly make a move. Nothing occurred. We're still holding P12. Our friend Vasconcelos, again, he was there on the first race. And he's going a little bit too wide. If we remember, Vasconcelos slowed down at the end of the race, hoping that he does the same thing this time around. Now, I decided to come into the pit lane because I felt like I was being slowed down by those two cars in front of me. So I decided it was a better idea to just go into the pit lane. It's too crazy there. I'm behind that guy. I'm stuck in there. I'm stuck. I can't do anything. Now, exiting the pit lane here on P16, obviously, really far from anyone else. So right now, I'm just racing by myself, quite comfortably. I don't have to be slowed down by the drivers. Possibly just be slowed down by my lack of skill. But other than that, we're free to go as fast as we can without, as I said, without anyone slowing down more than necessary. So I skipped ahead a whole lap, now doing lap 6. And as we go through the pit lane, we recuperate a few positions up to P11. So that is one position gain from before I went into the pit lane. Now the hope is that I can drive as fast as I can. Hopefully not to slow down too much in turns, especially the turns that are the hardest. And maybe I can hold on to this position. And absolutely, I'm pretty sure that there won't be people that will be going to the pit lane. So if I'm able to defend myself from these guys behind me, I should be able to achieve a better result. The Brazilian on P13 with a 3-second penalty. The driver right behind me, not necessarily very fast. So I'm looking good for now. But as we go here through turn 13, taking a bit too wide and possibly getting a penalty here. Fortunately, it looks like the stewards were a little bit too busy looking at other people, and I escaped with no penalty. And as we approach here, turn 10, taking a little bit weird, but still defending myself. There's no one immediate behind me, so I'm feeling quite comfortable. And now I'm actually starting to think that I might be able to get a few more positions. However, as we approach here, the main straight going through the pit zone, am I going to be able to recuperate some positions here? And it looks like I do. I recuperate a couple positions, holding now P8. So at this point, these positions are gained. I don't necessarily understand what's happening, because when I went to the pit lane, I was holding position 12, and now a few laps after, I'm holding position 8. And look at here, going through the pit zone again, beginning lap 8, and now I get another position, sitting quite comfortably on P7, my friends. P7, not too bad. Since there's been no position changes or anything to report, I just been skipping ahead until now, where I go just a bit too wide and obtain a marvelous penalty, a huge half-a-second penalty. You're not gonna lie, I was expecting some people to be at the pit lane this late on the race. I mean, you never know, right? You never know. At least now I can see P6 straight ahead of me. Now the one thing I'm trying to do here is catch up to him, so I'm trying to drive as best as I can here, skipping through the turns and coming here through the penalty line, serving my half-a-second penalty. I don't have anyone immediately behind me, so I'm not at risk of losing my position. The only thing I gotta do, as I said, just focus here and try to reach P6. Now, to my surprise, as we are approaching the pit zone again, about to begin lap number 10, there was someone pitting, so that was another position gain. Now sitting at P6, and the driver up in front holding a half-a-second penalty, which is not a lot, but if I can get within reach, I can maybe make a move once we get to the penalty line. Now this is lap number 10, so we got another lap to go after this. Now let's just skip ahead since there's nothing really happening here. We're just skipping turns. There's nothing to report on, there's nothing to say really. Going here through my favorite turn, and now we have someone behind us. This is a problem because this turn 5 is my worst turn. This is where I lose the most time. Now I got numbers P7, excuse me, with the Brazilian, really on my heels, putting quite a bit of pressure. Now he is very close to me. He's trying to pull the move. He gets into the inside. He doesn't have enough, he brakes a little bit too early, and I'm holding my position, but he hits me, punts me, pushes me off the side, and now puts me right behind him. I think that was quite a dirty move, but what can I say? Now clearly he's a faster driver, but that was not necessary. He could have just waited and take the position in a little bit more clean manner. However, there's no one behind me, so it's not like he put me in danger of losing even another position. Coming here through the last turn and about to begin the last lap of the race. There's obviously no one pitting this time around, but who knows? I mean, it's been pretty crazy so far. Now I feel like I'm staying with the Brazilian, and I'm absolutely hoping that I can possibly retake P6, but it's going to be a quite difficult thing to achieve, since I mean, we'll look at him now getting pretty far away from me. Definitely trying as hard as I can, but it's not happening. I mean, I gain on him, then he pulls away, then I gain on him, pulls away. I mean, it's probably gonna be a P7. It doesn't help that I take turn 10 real badly, and that I am probably losing some momentum right here. As a result, it's just getting smaller and smaller on my screen, which is fine. I mean, at this point, I have lost all hopes of achieving position 6. I see some yellow flag. Something must have happened. Is it gonna be a P6? Not quite. That was pretty close, and we crossed the checker flag and finished this race on P7. Finally, P7. Better than P10. Better than P12. Thank you so much for watching this, and that's it.